Hey folks, welcome back. Here is my mostly completed mold for a dreadnought D28 style guitar. It is not super fancy construction. It's 3 layers of MDF glued together, as you can see here. And then I cut the inside out. As you can see there's my 3 leftover pieces sitting with 3 other pieces over there. And cut it, sanded it. I lightened the outside of this, as you can see by the taper, so that way it's a little easier to get clamps in here. I did put quite a few coats of polyurethane on this to help it, just to protect it from any of the moisture. It's going to live out here in the garage, and so that's what we did. The spreaders, I mean, this is not like high tech at its best here. These are just scrap pieces that I cut out. I dug a notch down in there, and then there's just a wooden dowel that's just press fit in there. That way, for the inner bout here, if I get a piece in, then all I have to do is spread these, and then we'll start to be able to press that side of the wood, kind of like that, and we'll press it nicely up against the side. There's one for the bout, the waist, and then there's one that I built as well for the lower bout. This one was actually made out of 2 pieces of the same 3-layer MDF. I'm just trying to use all the scraps that I've got. Same principle. It's just got a notch in the middle for the end of the turnbuckle to go in, and this is again just a press fit dowel. I haven't glued it in there or anything. Now the whole reason that I constructed this is because some time ago I was able to go and visit LMI, and they have a warehouse sale, and you're able to buy things there at a discounted price. You actually pay for a lot of that stuff by the pound, which is kind of fun. If you are like me and you don't know a whole lot about guitars, then you can buy some of these, some of the woods that you don't have any experience with, so that you can work with them and you're not killing the bank when you screw something up. Now, I bought this set of African mahogany sides, and there's a back that goes with it as well. And it said that it was bent for a dreadnought. I picked up the sides and the back. I think I paid $40 for them. This piece looks okay. This piece on the end has a wiggle in it. So I don't know if this was warped when they were bending it or what, but you know, it is what it is. So there's issue number 1. I have to figure out how to straighten that out, or even do I have to, because when I get this in, this part kind of goes over my halfway point and is going to be over here. It might not be an issue anyway. Here's the issue, is right here. This might be bent for a different dreadnought than what I have built this for, just because I'll put this in here and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now I have my mold up on pieces of just scrap maple, and I've got my spreaders up on this same piece so that I can get my my side fully down into the mold, and I'm pressing more or less in the middle of it. Let's see, let's get this spread out. And if I turn it the right way, it works a heck of a lot better. Now, here, let's have some fun here. So this warped edge, the warped part, this is where I'm going to be, this is the center line. So this is going to be cut. Yeah, there is a little bit of a warp right there, but my center strip is going to be yay wide or so anyways. Might not be an issue, but I'm gonna since this is an experiment anyways, then this is going to be a good time to figure out, how do I fix that? Is this steam and heat and then pressed between a couple of flat something or another's? I don't know, we'll have to see. You can see how the spreader is going to push this up pretty close to here. Here's the pickle. This has got a much sharper bend here than what my mold has. So again, is this I've now got to figure out a way to steam and heat that and then press it into the mold. I think this is the more severe of the two sides, and I'm probably wrong. And the light sucks on this, sorry guys. So you can see right here, I've got to figure out, how am I going to do this? Because one of the things that I had planned on doing was working on this guitar, because the sides were already bent. They're already thickness, they're already bent. And I didn't have to go through the whole side bending apparatus acquisition exercise, because they ain't giving those things away. So yeah, now I'm going to have to think about, how do I do this? If you have an idea, let me know, because I don't know, it's a pickle, but we'll figure out a way to get it done. So anyways, this is just the homemade clamp. Now the one thing that I am really kind of unhappy about is, even though I pre-drilled my holes and was really careful about the way I was putting things in here, this split on me. Sorry for the shitty camera work today. You can see these split on me, both of them did, and that's from the screws that I put in to my hinge. I pre-drilled that anyways, and I babied putting those screws in there anyways, and it split like crazy. So what I ended up doing was just over and over using a combination of instant, the water thin super glue, and blowing it down into the crack, spraying the accelerator down in there, and then using gap filling super glue as well, over and over and over again. I got that built up. I think that's going to work pretty well. We'll see how long that holds. The other end of that is just a clasp you can buy at a hardware store. And I made sure that when I put it in there, that when you close it, there's tension on there. The other fun bit of news is the birthday fairy visited, because someone that we all know and love, mainly me, has a birthday coming up, and someone bought me this nifty, cool little, 1-inch pin nailer, tiny compressor set, which I just got a phone call from. Apparently I'm not supposed to use it because there's a wiring issue, and I don't know, we could all probably die or burn up in a fiery inferno. So the nice thing is that Woodcraft was nice enough to call me about it and say, we've got new ones coming in. It should be here in a couple of days. Bring us back in the one that you have and we'll swap it out. So anyways, I think I put like 8 pins through it, and now it's going back. So anyways, that is what's going on here in the shop today, because I've got like 3 hours before I have to go to work. The planer, for those of you that are curious, is actually working pretty well. I've got, somebody's run a nail or something through it. I've got a gouge in my blades, so I've got a line. It's right there. I don't know if you can, probably can't even see that. Yeah, but there's a definite line in there when you run it through. This is the maple and cherry neck that's being worked on, and this has been planed. And now one of the reasons that the pin nailer was going to come in nice is I had to make, I'm working on a jig to hold this at the proper angle so that I can now take this part through the planer as well. My camera work is crap today, sorry guys. So that's kind of what's going on with that. And yeah, so we'll have to figure out what to do about the wood pieces, and then we'll go from there. Hey, thanks for subscribing, thanks for sharing, thanks for commenting. I always appreciate the comments, good, bad, or indifferent, as long as you're not a butthole about it. Life's good. And hopefully after the Christmas season settles down and I'm not working like crazy, we can get a lot more stuff done. So thanks for hanging in there, folks. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Cheers.
Hey folks, thanks for watching the train wreck. We appreciate you being along for the ride. Make sure you like Rattlecan Guitar Restorations over on the Facebook, the Twitter, as well as the Instagram. If you haven't done so, go ahead and like us over on the YouTubes. We're posting new videos every Wednesday, and you never know what you're going to see around here. Thanks again for watching, folks. Have a good one.